Yeah, hey Matt. Just what were the difficulties offensively tonight? You feel it?
Yeah, just lack of execution, just trying to get into our stuff, and just a lot of little things. Whether that's being able to step up and get a catch, or screening, or running the play right. Just our execution wasn't very good, and um, we have to do a better job to put ourselves in a position to get quality shots. When you get quality shots and they don't go down, which that happened at times, you live with that. But when you end up getting tough shots or one-on-one plays and trying to beat 2 to 3 people, and you know, you're not going to have a lot of success that way. But I thought when we did do those things, we got pretty good shots. We just didn't have enough possessions that way. And sometimes you look at it and you say, "Oh, the ball didn't go in for us." When we did good things, and we were right there. We were right there. We just didn't do enough good things on the offensive end.
You always preach simplicity offensively. Did that kind of get away from them a little bit tonight?
Yeah, well, just a lack of concentration. It's you got to be able to. Like other night, we didn't have any turnovers from our guards. You see, what we're capable of doing when we don't turn the ball over. And then tonight we had turnovers from our guards, and just casual mistakes. It wasn't anything that I felt like was just overwhelming. Like sometimes you get against somebody who's really fast, or you get against a long athlete at the rim, or just overwhelms you. You're like, man, that just we didn't adjust to that when the game happened. I didn't feel that way at all. It's just I felt like we just did ourselves in and didn't concentrate and weren't real detail oriented with our concentration and our decision making.
They were averaging 90 something. You held them to 70. Was that Purdue doing a good job? Was that them not cashing in their opportunities? Do you take any any silver lining, so to speak, in that?
Yeah, I feel comfortable in our approach to how we defended them. I thought our game plan was good to guard people that can shoot, and to give a lot of attention to Garza and make it hard for him, but also know when those other guys in certain situations, and you're a little vulnerable sometimes when they really stretch you out. With Wieskamp and Frederick and Bohannon, that they're starters, how they start. He goes, the other guys can help you, because you can be in help a little bit more. But if you overhelp, then sometimes you get exposed, and especially from a rebound standpoint, you can get exposed a little bit. But I thought if we had to go play again, I would do the same things. Obviously, we played them last year, and we didn't stop Garza, but I thought we slowed him down, and we made it harder for him, and that's what we wanted to do. And I thought we did it tonight. We didn't adjust to him at the beginning of the second half. He shot a couple air balls early, so he kind of proved he was human, and he went on about a 6-game stretch there where he was just amazing. And so he didn't get in sync right away, but just kind of showed you his confidence and his abilities to be able to step up there. And I just thought we let him shoot the ball a couple times. We had to help a couple times and we were late, and I understand that. But we just let him, and we had just a slow adjustment a couple times, and he knocked down some shots, to start the second half. I thought those were big baskets because we were scoring a little bit to start the second half, but we weren't getting anywhere because so were they. And we just had to be better in that area. But he's a fantastic player. I mean, he's a super player. I'm glad he came back. He's great for the Big Ten, and he's worked so hard. And I love seeing guys develop and improve and work hard, and so he's got a bright future.
Just the last thing for me, the clock wasn't exactly on your side at this time, but you did get within 7 there in the last 4 minutes, and then Connor McCaffrey gets the putback of his own miss, the shot
Right.
you want him taking. Just kind of the magnitude of that play there at the end.
Well, I think that play was off an offensive rebound. I think we got him to. I think we stopped.
Yeah. He shot the 3 from the corner, and he followed his own miss.
Yeah, and then we just didn't get that. We had to get that rebound. We got the one transition play, too, where Sasha threw the ball behind his back. That was a big play. Because now you go and get 2 or 3 points right there. You set your defense. They go to the other end. I don't recall what happened at that point, but when you're struggling to score a little bit, and you're not getting a lot of scoring. When you get in transition, you get opportunities. You got to make the most of it. That was that decision right there. That really got magnified in my eyes, just because that's just an easy play for him to flip that back to Aaron. Once he gets the rim, he passed it just in the open court so much. It was just, just a lapse of judgment.
I'm good. Thank you, Matt.
No problem.
Carmen?
Matt, you only had three free throw attempts. Does that speak to what you guys were not doing offensively?
Yeah, we got to post up. Obviously there wasn't a lot of whistles tonight, even on collisions. But, it's just one of those things. It's being on the road. And we try to explain that to our guys. Like, you're going to go on the road and they're just not going to call fouls. That's just the way it's going to be. And you have to be able to deal with it. I didn't think we did a good job of adjusting to that. And that's our job. Our job is to adjust how officials are doing things. And we got to do a better job, and I got to do a better job, coaching our guys. But, yeah, we needed to fight for deeper position. I think we settled some. When we did, I thought, like, Travion had some nice plays at the rim. He had a couple shots that he probably shouldn't take, the three, then the underhand scoop. But, like, when he takes shot, he's 7 for 12 on good shots. He had the one Sigma where he shot from, like, 15, 17 feet. But, like, he's really, 7 for 11 in shots that he should take. And so, like, his piece of the puzzle, we just got to, like, try to get him more, and just get him deeper at the rim. Because when he does that, then he gets attention, and then he's so good at passing. So, but he did some good things. It's a tough cover for him. But, I thought offensively he did some good things. We just need more of that. We need more of him wanting it, with 2 feet in the paint, because he just puts guys in a bind with his low post game and his ability to pass.
How do you get your team now to play well offensively through these turnovers?
Right.
Because, I mean, this is a team that looks like it's going to have its issues taking care of the ball, but how do you get them to still function offensively?
Right. Well, you just have to go back and look at each one of them, each one of the turnovers and kind of the passes and just, get it corrected and just keep watching and keep working and keep watching film and keep working on the fundamentals. We put a lot of time in our decision-making, pre-practice type stuff, breakdown stuff, where it's not all about just shooting the basketball. It's about generating a good shot and then working on our shooting. Because if you can't generate a good shot, who cares if you can shoot? You got to generate good shots, and we just got to keep working on it. There's some silver linings. There's some good things that we did today, but obviously that number, as you mentioned, that 14, that total turn. It's just too many turnovers, especially when you get 5 from Eric and 3 from Sasha. And you just have to be able to give yourself more of a chance, even when you struggle shooting. Just think about if you had 4 or 5 of those possessions back, and now you're generating 9 turnovers, and you got 5 more possessions, and you score the basketball. You're just going to put yourself in a better position. So just got to keep working at it.
All right. Thank you.
Anything else?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
Coach Sasha talked about this a bit, just Iowa's ability to end your runs early. It seemed like every time the offense started getting some momentum, Iowa would either hit a 3 or there'd be a turnover or a foul called. What does that do just to the team's energy and the team's confidence, where every time it seems like there's something is going to get started, it gets shut down again?
Well, that's the game of basketball. You get on the runs, and that's what you want to do. You want to shorten theirs and lengthen yours, and play better. Don't turn the ball over. Be more aware on defense. Like, it's fundamental. Like it's the just the productivity of the game. Like, be more productive in what you're doing. Box out and don't allow them to get second chance opportunities when they miss. They capitalize on some of those, and they seem like huge plays, and it's just 2 points. But we were there. Like, we were there. Like, we had the game at the pace it needed to be. This is the fewest amount of points that they've scored. It wasn't like our defense was stellar, but I thought we had some guys follow what we wanted. I thought Mason Gillis did a good job and help tonight. I think he did a good job recognizing things and when we were wanting to double. And that's a good sign. It's a good sign that he's, picking up on some things that we want from a defensive standpoint. And I know he just, didn't have a great stat line, but, something like that is very, very important when you got to give attention, to Garza and how good he is. But, we just got to keep working.
I know you mentioned defensive rebounding. If you could just talk a bit more about the ability just to limit Garza's second chances and just Iowa's second chances in general. I mean, the stat line seemed pretty equal in terms of rebounding, but it looked like they were able to get those second chance points when it really mattered.
Yeah, when you look at it, like it's, the second chance points are 7 across the board. The other, the offensive rebounds are 9, and it's equal. But they were big plays for them. Garza got the putback early. Wieskamp got the rebound and then the kick out 3. Both of those in the first half. And those were big plays. And but it's just when you don't play well, those plays get magnified. They just do. And when you play better, they're just a couple plays. They made a good play. We didn't get them. You just move on because you play well. Like if you're holding Iowa to 70, the lowest they've had before that's 88. You're playing them at home. You're not in a bad spot when it comes to preventing them stuff. And even though we did make mistakes, we did have mistakes on the defensive end, but we still did some good things and we made them play a certain way that, got them out of their rhythm, in my opinion. But maybe I'll have a different one when I watch the film. But, you can't be upset about that. You got to say, hey, man, there's games that you're going to come play Iowa here in their arena where they're going to get more than 7. They're going to have some good teams rolling here, and they're going to get more than 70. I promise you. They'll put up 80 and 90 on some pretty good basketball teams. So, we had it at the pace that we needed to have it. We just needed to play better, and we didn't.
Can you talk about Brandon Newman a little bit? He had those 3 threes, and he had that 5-point swing later in the game. Just how do you think he contributed?
Well, he rebounded. He defensive rebounded. That really helped. For us, he had a couple shots he took he shouldn't take. He got backdoored 2 or 3 times. He's got to be aware of that. I like the fact that he defensive rebounded. But, it's just one of those games Travion takes 14 shots, gets 14 points. Brandon Newman takes 11 shots, gets 11 points. Eric Hunter takes 10 shots, gets 4 points. You can go across, Sasha takes 7 shots, gets 8 points. Where's our effective field goal percentage? Where's our efficiency? Somebody has to be efficient. You got to get a guy in there that takes 8 shots and scores 15 points. You got to get a guy that takes 10 shots and gets 20 points. I know that's a lot. You're like, whatever. But if you're going to come knock off Iowa, we had to make better decisions. We had to be more efficient. I thought Brandon did a good job, but, he's got to be better. But we all have to be better. I have to be better as a coach. So, but I like the way he defensive rebounded.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.